Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Something Else to Mess With. I'm Josh.
I'm Chelle.
And I'm Alex.
All right, so I apologize for not getting an episode out last week. It is what it is.
Partly my fault.
Well, we just got busy. I got busy. You had to work, and it just didn't work out, which it happens. Which
I got called in.
We got a
early
fresh
yesterday.
week now to kind of go over whatever. So I'm all for this.
I got called in early, and now we ended up we got Alex, and we're all good.
Yep.
Life happens.
Life happens. So.
Yeah.
So I see you are getting something ready for partaking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Fruity Peps mixed with cherry pie Death Star.
Nice. Why she dies. So, what's new with you, Alex?
Nothing much. Pretty much the same old things.
Cheers.
Trying to stay awake this episode, not trying to fall asleep, so I got some coffee going on. Waiting to do the weed drinks and a little dabs later, but we're saving all the stronger weed for later. Right now, we're just regularly vaping and hanging out.
You kind of learned why we do earlier podcast, like earlier recordings, because
you learn from your mistakes, and
the later we
not trying to make
go,
it happen.
the more we're feeling good and just not making sense. We become something else to mess with at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, we're something to mess with, all right. We're a mess. Mess Express. Choo choo.
Choo choo, motherfuckers.
Right. Ooh, that was a good way to start it.
That was.
I'm also vaping on some banana Oreos.
I'm ready for Saturday.
Got cherry.
I'm ready for Saturday.
Grape.
Chelle's just trying to start the episode. She's like, let's just talk about smoke.
Let's just get into the smoke and yeah.
Well, if that's what we're doing, I guess.
My day off.
So, Saturday, even though it's legal here, I'm taking a trip up north.
Yeah, you said you can get how many carts?
So 14 carts for $99. And that's mixing and matching between like 3 brands.
Makes my brain hurt.
Yeah, I didn't even know they were doing deals like that anywhere. And I go to the dispensary weekly.
I got a delivery order coming between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. today.
Nice.
I got a live resin cart for $30 before tax, which is a damn good deal. But
all right,
14 of them for $99 is wild.
All right, so let me ask this question: how much are your ounces of flour there?
That's
between 99 to like an expensive one's maybe like 180.
Now, if they're on sale, they're 89 and a cent.
Oh.
No, but that's only for like if they're doing slasher deals like that. She was making it sound like that happens all the time.
Know.
But if you're saying just like on a regular basis, I would say like $99.
Just like if you're going with an ounce bulk deal, like what would you pay for an ounce?
But if it's like the really like top of the line stuff, then probably sometimes like between 150 and 180. If it's like the higher quality stuff.
Because they have ounces for 59 or 2 for 110.
Damn. Oh, that's good. Yeah, you'll definitely be doing good. I was like, fuck you.
So here.
In the most loving way possible. I'm about to ask you about wax in a minute.
I can tell you right now.
Today I purchased a gram for 26, and that was just on sale. Normally it's like 25 for half a gram, 32 to 45 for a gram. Right now they have a deal, 2 grams for 80 for banana cream, but I got a gram for 26. Normally it's between 35 to 45. I won't pay more than between 35 to 38 for a gram. And it better be decent. I won't get less than 75% potency.
So their best deal on wax
get-
right now.
I'm going to get pissed. I already know it. 26 for a gram, I think, is good. I used to pay 70 to 80 a gram, so I already know.
7 for 55.
Damn, 7 for 55. Wow.
That's
Come
their
again?
best. That's their best deal today. 7 grams for 55.
Just quits life.
She's like, I'm done. I'm done. Why can't the prices be like that here? Why?
My life.
Why?
Can you run that
You're-
by me again,
You're
please?
seeing an actual
Let's put it this
accidental
way.
prices.
The last time I went up there, what was it? 13 for 99.
Baby, I'm originally from Michigan. Sometimes I'm feeling a little homesick. No, I'm just I've no
That's
desire.
the thing that makes you feel homesick. I would have thought it would have been like some cheese or whatever they're eating out there.
So I'm also picking up some gummies. The
The weed
gummies.
is good, baby. The weed is good. I do miss Michigan sometimes. It is where I grew up,
So they have the deal right now on gummies, 4 for 17 at their 200 milligram packages. 4 for 17.
Let me ask you this. How much can you purchase at a time?
A lot.
28.5 ounces is the limit here. I mean, 28.5 grams.
All I know is it's a lot there.
And the concentration limit, like you can only go in and get like 5 cartridges.
I can only buy 15 grams of concentrates at a time.
Yeah, the concentrate laws.
But I don't have to leave. I can just, it has to be per transaction. So one transaction will be 15.
Damn.
Then they ring up another transaction of 15.
So
Wait, you don't even have to go back out to your car or nothing?
Nope. Nope.
Wow.
Nope.
Even Arizona, you got to go back out to your car.
Arizona, you have to. There, you don't have to.
So,
I could just do everything right there.
Let me say something, because Ascend said something very interesting to me a couple weeks ago. One of the people. They said when the law changes, it won't matter, because as of right now, you can only purchase 28.5 flour, or equivalent to 5 carts or 1 gram of wax and 4 carts, or however they mix that in with flour and edibles, or it's very restricted. So eventually it's going to be the same way here. When, I don't know. But, and I literally have said to them inside the dispensary, it's so restricted, I can literally come back tomorrow. But I get it. It's one of those things where it's like, but they don't want you buying and selling today. But I don't have that mindset. I'm not buying it. I'm not selling it. I want to buy what I want.
I'm buying it
today.
so I can smoke.
You know what I mean? One day I was like 0.007% short to get a cartridge I wanted.
So I know here, if you possess more than 15 grams of concentrates, you have a felony.
Damn, son. A felony?
Felony.
In Ohio.
In Ohio.
Jesus, Murphy.
Yeah, so there's no misdemeanor. Like once you hit over like those times I stocked up, I was sitting on a felony.
Why? Did they do that?
That's the state limit.
What is it for flour?
2 ounces.
Damn, it's an ounce here.
I think it's 2 ounces of flour is the
Well,
limit here.
28.5. They give you 0.5. Or point, yeah.
Yeah. At least I know my laws.
Yeah, they give you a misdemeanor here, if anything. They don't
So,
give you
yeah, like once you, so now I kind of know, like, they can stop me from doing stock ups.
Yeah.
Now, if you get caught with like 100 ounces or something, then they'll give you a fucking felony here. But like, wow, 15, wow. Ohio, well, I know they didn't want to legalize it to begin with. I know the governor was against it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's why.
I mean, I'm sure over time they'll do the right revisions with it as they learn and figure it out as we go.
That's intense, though.
Yeah, because as far as I've read, it's a felony. After 15 grams, it's a felony.
That's a lot to have on you, but still, that's like felony. Like that means never get a job. That's like that's it for marijuana. Come on, calm the fuck down. That's putting it in the
Well,
same
because I think
category as
after
other
so
drugs.
much, I think the state thinks that you had the intent of sale.
Yeah, but you're putting in the other categories other drugs, and I don't like that.
Yeah. I think, honestly, any kind of restriction on things like weed that's like, I feel like that's kind of against people's rights. Like, weed comes from the earth. To put rules on it and put all these regulations and restrictions, I feel like that should honestly be illegal itself. It just seems crazy. It's not like this is something they put fentanyl in. This isn't meth. This isn't some crazy kind of drug. This is literally a plant.
Yeah.
So you're basically saying if I get caught with 16 grams of wax, you're putting me in the clink, you're charging me with a felony, I will never get a normal job, I will never succeed in life, and I'm fucked for the rest of my life. That's basically what to say. Not saying I have any business having that. I should follow the law, obviously, but that's basically saying I'm fucked for the rest of my life. My future's over. That's intense. For the state of Ohio to put stipulations like that, that's pretty intense.
Yeah. I think to even go to jail, like for any of it, you have to be selling to a child or something crazy like that. Yeah, then I can maybe see it. If you were selling to like a 10-year-old, you were like, "Hey, you want some wax?" I'd be like, "All right, you can't be selling live diamonds to 10-year-olds."
All right.
Michigan's probably like, wow.
All right. So up to 70 grams of cannabis, no penalty.
Okay.
Anything above 70 to 100 grams is a misdemeanor of a fine of 150.
They just don't like the concentrates.
Wow, you can have over 2 ounces. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
can't even have that here.
100 to 200 grams is a misdemeanor, 30 days in jail, $250 fine.
That's nuts.
Then once you get like 200 to 1,000, that becomes a felony.
Damn. What is with the felonies?
Sales / distribution / trafficking.
Damn.
Up to 2.5 ounces, adults 21 plus, no penalty, no incarceration, no fine.
Interesting.
Anything from 2.5 up to 200, you have a felony, 1 year, $2,500 fine.
Shouldn't be trafficking it, but
cultivation, 6 plants in a private residence, no more than 12 per household, or more than 1 adult, no penalty, none.
Interesting.
Hash and concentrates.
So you can grow in your house.
Yep.
You can grow up to 12 here.
Up to 15 grams, no penalty, none, 0. Possession of 15 grams to 50 grams, felony, 1 year, $2,500.
They don't like the concentrates.
So yeah.
So it's just we don't like concentrates here.
So if I go up there, I just gotta remember not to come down. They have like a sale of 15, grab 15.
Yeah, just don't carry more than you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Do not. under any circumstances.
Oh, was that what I was the last couple of times?
Jeez, don't do it right now, man. With dispensaries
No.
being open in Ohio, don't do it. I'm telling you right now, don't do it. They're going to be looking for people. For
But like I said, I'm not.
that's wild.
I'll be good. But did it say edibles?
Oh, edibles is included. That's
Oh yeah, edibles is
considered
probably the thing you can get the most of. At least here, you can like get literally as many edibles as you want. I've never maxed out an order with just edibles. It's
Well,
never
I'm
happened.
questioning what would edibles be under?
Alex, how many sodas can you get on one order?
75, I think. I'm pretty sure it's 75.
They are not clear about the edibles, so you need to figure that one out.
I don't know. What would edibles be under?
I don't know. Maybe constant. I don't know. I really don't know. They are not clear about all things. That's what you also need to realize. At least they're clear about the concentrates, because I feel like they weren't
So
clear.
hash concentrates, it says solid/liquid. It doesn't say.
That would be syrups and shit like that.
Yeah,
You probably don't even have that yet.
probably.
Distributors are cautious about that at first because they're usually unclear about concentrates. We didn't get syrups, I feel, for like 2 years.
Honestly, the only kind that's really worth it, I feel like, is the Dablicator. The Dablicator is great because you can put it in any kind of food you want. You can just infuse anything right on the spot. Put it in your drink. You can do anything with it.
Hot, cold, food.
You can just put it under your tongue and just fucking just do it that way, so you can get it, take it the fastest. Which I also like doing it like that a lot, just because it goes straight into your system.
Yeah.
You don't have to like eat the whole meal. You just take the fucking thing real quick, and then you're just like, oh fuck, I'm faded. So I like doing it, and you can also smoke it too, which is crazy. It's the only thing that you can smoke it. You can do literally anything with it.
All right. So, what did you think of Gen V?
I enjoyed it.
You know, my favorite character is
Emma. Yep. I enjoyed it.
Why is she your favorite character? Tell the fans.
Not just because she's a stoner and she wears the best stoner clothes and she smokes the most weed, but because she's a great character. And one of my favorite parts of the show, and I didn't explain really why last week, but because she goes in to get Golden Boy, and she has one job to do, but because she gets smaller, she gets extra stoned. She has one job to go in and do to get Golden Boy, but because she's so high, she forget what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to go in and tell him why she's there on the mission, and she forgets to tell him. And then I went off on a tangent and forget, what I was supposed to say. But yeah, that was one of my favorite parts when they meet.
Yeah, she could have easily explained that she was a real person by just explaining that she had powers and stuff. She was so high, she forgot that she had powers. Yeah. You know how high you have to be to forget you have powers? She was like, no, but I could name your childhood animal. She was trying to do all these things to explain it, but she could have just been like, oh yeah, my power's shrinking. I can shrink because of this. But instead of doing that, she was just like, I don't know. I could be fake. Who fucking knows?
Yeah, that sounds like a stoner moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I forgot I had powers, honestly. And you could tell that she forgot the mission because he tells her all this important things. He's like being very specific, and all she says to him back is, "Get it, got it, good." And then she just jumps under the door. Like, you definitely were not listening to me.
And she goes through the guy's head, and she's like, "Well."
No, she just goes, that was grosser than I thought it was going to be. Because they always make it seem like in the Ant-Man movies and stuff, like, oh yeah, just jump through a guy's head, kill him mad easy, he'll be a savage. Like, no, I'm covered in blood and shit. What the fuck?
And then he's like, you got a piece of eardrum on your elbow there.
Yeah.
Oh man! And even Neil said he finished it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because Neil was over when we were working on his PC and we were watching it, and I had a feeling he would enjoy it. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, all right, I'll come back over and we'll finish Gen V. And I'm like, all right. Well, he never came over. I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to finish this. So finished it.
Another thing I love about the show is it portrays and talks about real life situations that women go through.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's like real life shit. It's just such a good show. Then I really like Golden Boy too.
Yeah, I was shocked to see Soldier Boy.
Yeah?
I wasn't expecting to see Soldier Boy. No,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
And for him to just be like, all she did was masturbate to me. She just wake up, grind her pillow, thinking of me. I'm like, Jesus, that's mad aggressive. And he's talking about her when she was like 10. I was like, Jensen Ackles, you're being mad aggressive about this 10-year-old.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus. And then Homelander came at the end.
Yep.
Yeah. And he lasered her tits like he was Stormfront.
Yeah. So I'm just like, all right. So how does this tie into season 4? Like,
well, you haven't seen season 4 yet.
Are they called up?
I'll just say they make a small cameo. It's more to set up for the later on seasons, you can tell. It's not they didn't want it to seem too much like they could have been done in the same show. So they literally, the same way that you see Jensen Ackles or you see Homelander, it's going to be like that. They're just going to come in, say a couple, whatever, and then it's going to go to something else.
Okay.
Not going to like make them the huge star of the show.
Okay.
They will get their little badass moment, whatever, for their moment, but they're not going to get to be the main stars of the season in any kind of way.
That would,
especially because it's a show about Butcher and Homelander, essentially. Yeah. Like, no matter how you look at it, it is their show. To make any other characters the main one would just seem crazy, especially this late on.
Yeah.
But I do like Emma, and I do like we'll call him Golden Boy because the original Golden Boy died, and we don't have a superhero name for Sam, so that's the reason why we call him Golden Boy.
Okay. Because I'm sitting here, I'm like, that's not Golden Boy.
Yeah, I did think he was badass. He was tossing police cars, fucking breaking walls, fucking reinforced. He was just doing super badass things, ripping people open as they were puppets, like they were nothing.
Yes.
That was hilarious, and it was violent. Literally pulling the stuffing out of the guy, but then you're like, oh, this is so violent.
When they came back to like the real life.
They were just blood, bodies everywhere, half fucking hanging from the helicopter. It was insane. It was one of my favorite fight scenes I've seen in any superhero thing, and that's crazy because it's not from any Marvel or DC. I was like, that is so wild.
And then you saw like the helicopter, like you actually see the extent of damage he did.
Yeah, there's literally just a trail of blood for that entire area. It's like some of the people you can't even tell, like, where they were, like what they were originally. You're just like, yeah, they're just blood now.
So, I would, if you haven't seen Gen V, we recommend it. It's good. It's good.
Oh yeah, and I thought it was going to be a cash grab. Like me, I love normally what Eric Kripke does, but it was one of those things where it just seemed from the commercials that I've seen that it was just too like. It was going to be too woke, and then don't get me wrong, there was a lot of woke things, but they found a way to like make it good, like the transgender character that could switch over, but it was their power that they could switch and have two different powers. Yeah. So to tell somebody to not be able to use the other set of powers does feel like it made me understand those kind of people more. Like I do get what they were trying to go for, trying to make everybody have a point and stuff. That is cool.
Jordan was.
I did like the powers that they had too for both personalities.
Yeah.
Because the girl was actually the more aggressive one. The girl's the one who actually does the more of the fighting because they shoots the energy beams, sort of like Mrs. Fantastic. Shoots the energy beams and was good at dodging and doing all that. The other one could just sit there and be like, I'm tough. I'm physically tough.
That's because you got Jordan, you have Andre.
Yeah, Andre. I like to call him Black Nito because he's Black Magneto. Black Nito.
Yeah. Yeah. Who else do we have?
There's Marie.
Oh yeah.
I think her power
Marie,
is also
okay.
probably one of the strongest ones, and I even have this weird theory that she could probably even take Homelander, because how Homelander's the main star in his story, she is the main star of that story, so she's got to be probably the strongest. And her power is literally blood manipulation. His whole thing is having Compound V in his blood. If you take the Compound V out of his blood, he's literally just a regular human who's never had to fight as a human, with no actual regular skills. He's just been taught how to do everything with superpowers. So it would be the same way when you take away Superman's powers. He's lost pretty much every fight that he's had without powers. You know what I mean? He's not winning any kind of fight against anybody, especially Butcher. Or whoever he's going against once he loses the powers.
So do you think that's where they might be going, is eventually Marie versus
I think
Homelander, and she's able to take out the Gen B?
No, this is honestly what I think it's going to be. I think they're going to make it seem like that's totally going to happen, and it's going to build up like that, like really heavily. But then they're not going to do that because she's more of a gag character. Like, I don't think she's from comic books. She's the same way as like Stormfront, in the way that Stormfront is the perfect person to beat him, but wouldn't beat him because it's his show. Like, the characters that can easily beat him aren't going to beat him because that would be too easy. Character that we'd never expect to beat him is going to be the one to beat him. She's more of there for to be like, oh yeah, we could easily beat this guy, but that's not going to happen because that's not this kind of story. Like, it's just more of a joke. Like, oh yeah, we could easily, like, the idea of if they brought in somebody with magic or something that could easily stop him, like, oh yeah, that could stop him, but now we're not going to do that. We have to have a bigger battle. It has to be more theatrical. We have to have all the boys come together, try to fight him at once. We can't just have somebody be like, there's no more Compound V in his blood, because that wouldn't be as fun. If he just was like, he doesn't even have powers anymore. You gotta have the big Superman fight.
Anticlimactic to help.
You'd have to have the big Superman fight. That's what I'm saying. That's the reason why that would never happen. You need the big Superman fight, and that's the reason why they wouldn't just take his powers away. That'd be insane.
That would be so anticlimactic.
Or they could have what's it called? Stormfront just come out, choke him, put him to sleep, and fucking like rip his head off or something, because she was supposed to be just as strong as him. They could have, like, there's so many characters that they just sort of have that are like more like, oh, it'd be funny if we just beat him that easy, but that's the reason why they're gag characters. It's more the joke that they could beat him, but it would just be too simple of a story.
Yeah, I get it. I get that. So would you compare, because I'm segue here. So would you compare Sam to Hulk?
Sam to the Hulk?
Yeah.
He is a lot like the Hulk, but the reason why I wouldn't say that he's like the Hulk is the fact that well, obviously he doesn't get bigger when he gets angrier, and we don't really know how good he can regenerate. I haven't they've never really even seen him get hurt, so I feel like he's more like Superman or Superboy in that way.
Okay.
Especially his brother was literally called Golden Boy, so I felt like they were going like he's supposed to be more like that Superboy type character, how he jumps buildings in a single bound and things like that. Because if they were going to make him be like the Hulk, they could have had him jump like over a whole continent or something. He just perfectly jumps the building in a single bound, and that's the old school Superman.
Because I was just thinking,
and just like the way he did things, if I was going to compare him to the Hulk, he would have had to do more than that. He would have at least take out a couple tanks. He would have had to heal from like getting his whole chest ripped open. because that's one of the things the Hulk's known for, like getting his whole chest ripped open, then healing it back and stuff like that.
Okay.
I don't think they're gonna have a Hulk character on the show, and if they do, it will be the same as like Marie or those other characters. It'll be the idea that, oh, the Hulk is the strongest there is, but he can't just come in and just beat the shit out of fucking Homelander that easy. That would just be too simple. Like, that character will be just there just to be like, it'll probably be, honestly, like a pervert or something, because it's the boys' universe. It'll be like the Hulk, but he likes like butt stuff or something weird like that, just because it's the boys' universe. But other than Golden Boy and Cricket being like my favorite characters, I just felt like they were the best actors. But I did like Andre because I liked his powers, because just bending metal's cool and stuff. But it is fucked up that the actor did die in real life from a motorcycle accident, and he was only in his 20s. Yeah, the actor who played Andre, and he was only in his 20s. So rest in peace to him. Yeah, he died right after the show got finished.
Wow.
And he was one of the main characters.
Yeah. Wow.
So I think that for the next season, his dad's going to fill his spot, kind of. His dad's going to heal some kind of way and kind of fill the spot that Andre was supposed to be in. And they'll have like kind of a more father figure to the group, because he was like in the old 7 and stuff. So like he like knows all the old school superhero secrets and stuff. So he's going to be like the father figure to their group, I think.
Okay. So after season 4, are they releasing season 2 of Gen V? Yeah,
Gen V is supposed to be next, and then
are they
the next season of The Boys isn't supposed to come out for 2 years till 2026.
Because that's going to be the last season of The Boys. And then they were already talking about having the Soldier Boy spinoff.
Yeah, I think that those will come out in the same year. I think those are both going to come out in 2026.
What?
Both
season
the
4
last season of The Boys and will probably come out at the beginning of that year, and then the spinoff will probably come out towards December. I'm guessing, especially because the whole thing about doing a back in time story is that people have to look younger, and I feel like spending money on like CGI to make people look younger, normally it comes out looking shitty, and it's just I don't know. I feel like it's better for them to still be young. You don't want Jensen Ackles to get too old, because then it'll just seem ridiculous. Like, this is supposed to be him back in time. This guy looks like he's 80. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. But I mean, it's Jensen, so.
Yeah, you don't know. He could be one of those people like how Hugh Jackman just looks like he's still like in his 20s or something. Like, I've seen some of the footage from Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm like, this guy is fucking shredded at this age. That's insane.
Yeah.
Like, he's like one of the most fit guys in the whole thing, and he's literally 50-something. Or he might even be 60-something. I'm not sure.
I still haven't seen it. I'm kind of waiting.
Yeah.
I've seen enough to know, you know.
Yeah.
I've seen enough of the spoilers right now to kind of know what it is. I will watch it. I'm just waiting for it to kind of hit Disney Plus.
Yeah.
There she is.
It was just like, F you, you're kicked out.
Yep, it does that from time to time.
It's like, Q, you're out. And I was like, all right, Q. Just literally booted me. I was like, okay. That was weird.
What happens? What happens?
It's like, all right, StreamYard, love you too. StreamYard.
And I know you wanted to talk about vape, Chelle, so if you want, we could talk about what we're all smoking on or vaping on.
Chelle's probably vaping on the same shit.
Listen.
Well, I think she's got the same ones. You already told everybody what you're vaping.
I've got a lemon haze, live resin, sativa coming for delivery today. And I have another cherry live Death Star $26 gram
Oh, she's talking
dabs
about that
coming
type of
again
vape.
today.
Okay.
And then I got this banana Oreos live resin rocking on the Luca turtle.
Turtle.
Oh yeah. And then I have the snail. I got this cherry.
Damn.
Oh
I got a whole
no.
grocery list.
And then I got the grape.
You got so many cards going. It's insane.
I got the grape on the cosmonaut. And then I got, that's it.
She still has more regular ones in here.
Then I got the Pebs mixed with the cherry pie.
Let me grab the other one. She's
Well, then
wild.
I still got the,
She is.
I got the herb
Sherbert.
Sure.
and then I got the raspberry right here. And then I got,
Yeah, she's a wild animal.
I still got the,
I don't want to hear it when it comes to me making that trip up there. Because all I have right now are concentrates. I have nothing else.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
those 14 grams are becoming nice because, all right, cool, you know.
well, you need to not buy 14 gram carts
Why?
because that's all you're going to be able to come back with.
Oh, yeah.
That's, if you think about that, and 1 gram a day.
But is it way cheaper? Like, how much is the dabs there, though?
In Ohio?
Yeah.
Not that.
I
Just
think
laugh so it doesn't sound good.
I think the going price is
Not
50.
that deal, I'll tell you that.
I've seen 50 a G and 50 for like 0.59.
Oh, so yeah, it's wild out there. Yeah, I get that.
It's
So yeah, you probably just, it sounds like you just want to get dabs and pens when you go.
yeah. I just want to grab.
Oh yeah,
I
you
just
said you
want
want to
grab
get
some.
edibles too. Damn, you just want to get everything.
I mean, I can grab edibles here. Just I'm gonna get a better deal getting them there.
And is there different ones that you can't get there? Like, can you get sodas and stuff?
I don't think we have sodas yet.
Oh, even at the other one that you looked at in other place?
I mean, the place I'm going to, yeah, they'll have sodas and stuff, yeah. But I don't think I would have to figure out who has sodas here in Ohio. I don't know.
Let's put it this way. The vapes I speak of, I got 3 for 63. Okay.
Okay.
Talking about fucking 14 for 99. Like, fucking bullshit.
Hey, at least that's a deal for you though.
Yeah. That's why I have so
That's
many.
where I'm like, I wish I had that deal here
Yeah.
because I would
You
take
will.
advantage. I would take advantage of that deal.
And before
Everybody
you
would
know
be
it,
taking advantage of that deal. Trust me.
and before you know it, you'll have it delivered to your house. Like within a couple years, and within 2-3 years, you're gonna have the same. It's just gonna take time. Supply versus demand versus cost gonna go down. It's gonna even out.
Yeah, if they were that cheap
And I
here,
told
everybody
people,
would be hitting carts. Even my mom would be out here hitting a cart. I'd be like, "Mom, you're smoking weed?" She'd be like, "It's just a cart."
I doubt it.
You never know. She did drink the weed soda that one time. She took her 2 sips.
She did. I was proud because it was an orange.
Yeah.
She
That
said
would
it
be-
literally.
She's like, it tastes like real orange soda. Let me get a couple sips of that. I was like, oh shit, she getting
Yeah.
that would be the day just with just someone like that.
crunk. Oh, she doesn't like weed?
No.
Oh God. Yeah.
No.
Chelle knows
No.
all about that.
No. No. No, she does not. Negative.
Why do you think I'm out here?
He's got his garage is converted into a studio that he locks during the podcast.
Well, she's not home right now, so it's not locked. But
Well, no, but and he smokes out there, so it doesn't. She doesn't even like dabs, but she
Which-
dealt with the dabs.
I'd get a cart or disposable,
That's different.
I can bring that bitch into the house, and when I'm in the house, I can
Yeah.
vape it.
Yeah, that's
Not have to worry about a cup, and not have to worry about the come down that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate the weed come down. I hate it.
which weed
I
come
will-
down.
I don't even have that because I just keep smoking.
See?
Like once I start to
Best
feel
wife
that,
from
I'm
a
just
stoner
like, well, that
ever.
sounds like it's time for another one.
Best stoner line ever. I don't even have the come down because I never stopped smoking. Wow,
Yeah.
baby.
No,
Wow.
but like
Do you not know what I'm talking
literally,
about?
like
Though?
we can't smoke until like the nighttime here anyway. So it feels amazing when I finally can smoke because I can't smoke till like 5 o'clock when the office closes.
Well, because you
So
hit
I'll
your
smoke at
diamond
5 o'clock.
pod vape.
Then I'll probably vape throughout that time that I'm high. Anyways, I'll still vape, get even higher off the vape, and then I'll go back outside, smoke one more time, and then I'll vape even more after that. And I'll drink a couple weed sodas to make sure I don't get that feeling.
I can't say shit because, well, the thing is, when I'm working though, when I work normally between 5 to 6 to 8 hours. Honestly, I dab before I go in, but I'll stop an hour before I go in because I'm too stupid if I dab right before I go into work. Let's not lie. And if I work if I work 6 or less hours, I only get 115. If I work 7 to 8 hours, I got 215. So when I'm at work, I'm not high.
No.
I don't get vape breaks. I get 1 or 2 15s, and that's all I get. So I'm not stoned at work. Only when I first get there normally. So like, and even then not really. So I don't get to be baked at work. So I'm only baked on my days off. So I'm not gonna lie, I take advantage of that shit on my off days. So I'm extra high. Not gonna lie.
I mean, that's all it was at the vape shop. I didn't really
Yeah.
smoke it. I mean, every once in a while I would, but
Yeah.
near the end there, I didn't touch it for almost 6 months. I was like, I'm good. I've been smoking a lot more since being here,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. But when you deal with money and people and this and that, gotcha. I get dumb when I get too dabbed out. We all know this.
Oh yeah.
I'm dealing with self-checkout now, too. Apparently, that's my permanent home. Did I tell you that?
Oh, so do you guys have Circle K's up there?
Yes.
So I went to a Circle K yesterday. First time going to a Circle K in a couple of years.
I actually regularly go to a mobile Circle K.
I was blown away by this. So they had like this self-checkout there.
I don't know anything about that.
You just place your items down and it takes a picture and then it brings up the price and then you pay. There's no scanning. It just you lay it
Wait,
down.
there's nobody that works there?
Well, there's still the regular checkout line.
Damn.
They have this thing there that you just lay your items down and there's no
See,
scan.
I'm against robots because they take away jobs from people.
Some of the Cumbies has them.
So I just blew my mind. I'm like, wait, what? There's no. He's like, yeah.
Some of the Cumberland Farms here has them, and the CVS's. Yeah, I've been working the self checkout a lot at Stop and Shop because everybody else hates them. Yeah.
So I was not expecting that at all.
Computers. Well, you live in an up and coming city, I live in an old city. Is it one you regularly go to?
No.
Oh.
I haven't been to a Circle K before yesterday. probably 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. They have that purple Thunder Mountain Dew.
I had that. I actually got that when that first came out. It's not bad. They have the new ones out now.
The only one I like from the mix, I do not like the peach one. I do not like the 50 flavors one. The only one I will mess with is the strawberry one, the red one.
You want to know something that's kind of wild? We tried this at prime time. We all got the 3 flavors because somebody seen it on TikTok, and you got to mix all 3 of them and make it.
That's why
Because they're red, white, and blue, so they're supposed to be mixed.
Oh, I didn't
And
know
it makes
that.
and it actually tastes like a whole different, like really good flavor. It tastes better than all of them, like separately. It tastes better together.
Okay.
It's really wild. I literally couldn't believe it. I was like, that actually makes a lot of sense.
So you gotta
And it's a
buy
way to
all
trick
3
you.
of them?
And it's a way to trick you to buy more.
Yep.
That's what it was. It was a marketing scheme to make you buy more. But it's actually smart because it does taste better together. But me, I worked at prime time, so we were getting them all for free. We were like, just grab 3 out the cooler.
Wow, Pepsi.
But yeah, I get the marketing scheme, but I personally am not actually spending all that money to like go out like unless I was gonna buy like packs of individual buy like packs of each one so that I can mix them. But I wouldn't just like, oh, I got to keep doing this. Like that just seems like too much of a hassle.
I would do it one time. I would just pick up a 20 ounce of green, red, white, and blue. Because those 3 20 ounces are going to go a little bit of a ways if you're mixing them together.
We should put that in the title somehow. Mountain Dew, red, white, and blue, or red, white, and blue. Mountain Dew equals Mountain Dew equals red, white, and blue, or something like that. That's crazy. And mention Gen V in there somewhere. I don't know, because that's wild. I did not know that.
About that mixture.
Yeah.
We'd have to say mix all red, white, and blue Mountain Dew. Yeah, I guess it would have to rhyme, kind of.
Yeah.
I like that it rhymed. That was my thing.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Pepsi's. Let me not say that.
I miss
I know. Can't get canceled out here.
I know.
I miss Surge. So, Alex,
Well,
you need to talk about.
They should have a pack you can buy that's a variety pack. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
You know how much it costs to Stop and Shop for a 12 pack of the specialty Mountain Dew?
$8?
Huh?
8? 12? 20?
$14.99
for a 12 pack. That's a price of a case here.
Yeah, they're wild.
Or a cube, however you want to call it these days. I always call it a case. That's $14 for a 12 pack. Holy crap!
Pretty sure it was $14.99.
Holy crap! I could buy like a 36 pack of Sands for that price.
Let me confirm because maybe I'm wrong.
Watch you be wrong. Like actually,
they're $17.99. Oh, they're even more.
Not if you get them on sale.
Oh, right now they're $10.49.
$10.49.
The other day they were definitely more than that.
If it only costs $10.49, same way I like my women.
What's the price of? No, I call it pop. You guys probably call it soda.
I used to call it pop.
Pop's expensive.
From the 1800s, like sipping a pop.
We call it pop here, dude.
What? That's wild.
Yeah, Ohio, it's referred to as pop.
It just sounds so old school. Like I got a soda pop.
Oh, I'm thinking of the big ones. The big ones are $13.99, $14.99.
The cases, okay.
The big ones, the
Yeah,
24 packs.
24 packs. Okay.
My
That's
bad.
more that's more reasonable than I thought you were talking about. A 12 pack was like $15. I'm like, oh.
That's still a lot of money for.
I mean, I think 12 packs here go anywhere from $6 to $8.
Well, right now our 24 packs are on sale. Some of them for $9.99. People are snatching that shit up. If you have a Stop and Shop card, they're like, "Oh, I want that." I'm like, yeah, I bet you would.
Yeah, speaking of, I gotta go shopping at some point in the next couple of days.
Yeah, fun. It's just fun. Food's so expensive now. I remember when a 12 pack was what, like $3-4? Do you remember those days?
Mm-hmm.
You're my age, so you know.
Yep. You
Just
go to
bring it up
Walmart. You go to Walmart. Your 12 pack of Mountain Dew is like $6 at Walmart, and I'm like, it's even expensive there.
It's $10. Even at Walmart, it's still like $9.
It's one thing I don't really drink a lot of pop anymore though.
Yeah. 2 liters are like $3-4 here. Now, if you get store brand, cheaper.
It's cheaper, 99. Sometimes you get the really generic ones for like 99 cents.
But from what I understand, prices here used to be what they are everywhere else. But once minimum wage and all that went up, everything went up.
Everything else goes up.
I try to explain that to people.
People are like, oh, I want minimum wages to go up. No.
Because
that's not the solution, because you bring up minimum wage, everything else has to go up with it.
Milk is more than a gallon of gas. Milk is $4.
Oh, yeah.
Gas is like $3.50.
I remember buying milk for like $1.99 a gallon.
Yeah. Milk is very expensive here. Well, we drink almond milk, so it's a little cheaper. Almond milk is actually cheaper than cow's milk here.
I've never had almond milk. I'm curious on it.
It's actually very good. I got him drinking it.
Is it sweet?
I wasn't even trying to. He drinks almond milk now.
Is it like a sweeter milk, or is it more of a?
It's weird because you can get the regular unsweetened one, but I feel personally like it doesn't taste as good as the other one.
You just get regular. You just get sweetened.
The sweetened.
Yeah.
Ask him what it tastes like. I've been drinking it so long.
And it's actually just called the original though. The one that doesn't have any sugar in it is called the unsweetened one. So the original one is just it tastes sweet, which I thought was weird too. Like I was like, why does it taste sweet? Like if it's like you would think that it would have to be some kind of special, because they have a vanilla and like they have other flavors. But I thought that one was just gonna taste regular. But
I cook with it and everything.
With desserts and stuff, or you put in your cereal. Like if it's in cereal, you won't even notice that sweet because your cereal's sweet already.
I would say because I don't know how almond milk is made. I'm assuming from almonds. The almonds are already sweet enough as they are.
Yeah, you just get original. And I cook with it and everything, and he never complains.
Yeah.
I just use it for everything. We use cereal. I use it for cereal. He just started drinking it, and he just switched to it. That's what we buy. We don't drink. I think he uses it sometimes, from every once in a while.
Sometimes I still get regular milk, but for the most part, I just drink almond milk.
Almond milk. Because I'm thinking I'm ready for a switch on it.
Because I have issues with regular dairy, like milk, ice cream and all that, but I can't drink regular milk. Your body goes
they
through
say
changes.
It's healthier.
Huh?
They say almond milk's healthier. I'm not sure how true it is, but just because it has all the proteins of the nut, but it's also like Like, and it doesn't have any of the nasty stuff that dairy has in it.
Yeah.
And it's cheaper at this point. It really is.
I've been wanting to try it. I think I'm gonna eventually get around and trying it.
Let me see what brand I have. Let me show you.
And the chocolate milk's good too, because you can get chocolate.
I'm wondering how it would be like.
Is the one I get.
What is it?
Almond Breeze in the carton.
Okay.
Yeah, that and Silk are both good.
Because
I
was
just
wondering
normally
how it
choose
is
whichever one's
like,
cheaper.
like if you were to make chocolate milk out of it. I wonder how well the Hershey's and almond.
I have done
I've
it.
never actually made my own. I just normally get it pre like that. Because
I'm saying like
if I get chocolate milk, normally me and Chelle will drink it, so that chocolate milk will go by quick.
But I'm saying like if you just mix Hershey's with it, it's still
it'll mix.
You're gonna have to be a mad scientist and try it. And then we'll have to talk about it on the next podcast.
Yeah, almond milk, at first you might be like, oh, this is different, but then once you adapt to it, you don't even notice it anymore. You just don't even think about it. You just buy almond milk and drink almond milk. You don't even think about regular milk anymore. You're just like, ew, regular milk, okay, cool. But ice cream is just one thing that I'm like, yeah, I'm not I'm not eating non-dairy ice cream. That's not a thing.
Ice cream's gotta be dairy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well get frozen yogurt if you're gonna go that route.
Yep.
Now, yeah, frozen yogurt's pretty good. Now, Alex said he tried the lactose-free Ben & Jerry's that they've been advertising. He says it's not good.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
That's the one that looked the best, and it literally, you could just tell that it was not right. You could tell that. I was like, no, this does not taste like ice cream.
You guys ever had gelato?
Yes.
Yeah, gelato's good.
Talenti's or however Talenti's.
Yeah, I know what
I
you're talking
love gelato. That's some good shit, right? It costs as much as Ben & Jerry's. If I have to choose between Ben & Jerry's and Talenti's, depending on what the flavors are, I will choose the gelato.
Okay.
I do love gelato. It's good shit.
But I'm pretty sure that might be the one that I'm weird about, and I like the plain flavors more than the like ones that have like a lot in it. Because before, I don't even think they made like a bunch of different flavors. I think they only had like chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, things like that.
Yeah,
I'd rather have one of the regular flavors than the ones that have like all the extra stuff in it.
Man, there's just things that I want to try.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you ever had? I don't know if they have them around there, but I imagine they would. They're new, but they're Friendlies brownie pops. They're made of chocolate, like chocolate pops are, but then they have brownie pieces inside of them.
I don't know. I haven't. Here's the thing. I haven't really stepped foot in a grocery store in, well, like a Walmart or whatever it might be, because we've been doing Sam's, so we've just been buying everything in bulk.
Yeah.
We had a Sam's. I just kind of get my
there. I mean, we're spending about a little bit more than what we would spend at, like, let's say Walmart, but we're making it last 2 to 3 weeks at a time compared to maybe a week. Because I'll buy like boneless wings there. I'll buy like all my meats there and stuff, and snacks and drinks. So, Alex, what did you want to talk about? You were talking about like Hulk and Spider-Man and Batman before the podcast.
Oh yeah. Since there's been so many actors that have played those different roles, which one do you think is the best for each one? We'll start off with Batman, just because there's been a lot of different Batman. That's probably the hardest one, so we'll start with the hardest one.
Batman. I have two. And you understand why I have two. Kevin Conroy.
Okay.
Michael
That is
Keaton.
what OG one, so I'll give you that.
If
Wait,
we're talking live action, Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
So that's why I say Kevin Conroy for the animated one, because to me,
yeah, that was the one that a lot of kids grew up with. That's like their first introduction to Batman before they see any of the movies.
yeah. I mean, I saw Batman in the 88 movie. Was it 80 or 89? I can't remember. Yeah, I saw that, but as a kid, it was dark. You know, like it was just a darker movie.
Yeah.
And then as I got older, the anime series came out, and I really got into that. Then that's when I kind of really dived into Batman a little bit better.
Yeah. Then who's your third?
Probably Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Just
Me, I'm personally starting with Christian Bale just because the Dark Knight trilogy, I felt like the whole setup for it, the fact that it started off with it being like something, it was something that I would never guessed was like gonna be a Batman movie. Really, like I knew it was the Dark Knight and stuff, but it's like a ninja movie at first.
Yeah.
Like he goes to ninja school, fucking gets hit with some crazy smoke, like he gets into some wild shit in that one. Like I just like the whole way it was set up. The only complaint about the whole thing was that I felt like his end fight should have been bigger with Bane, because the fact that he just like did the same thing that he does in every Bane story and was just like, I broke the mask, I disconnected the Venom. I was like, I felt like that was kind of lazy writing. That fight should have been bigger, especially because the fight in the middle of that movie was so big when he broke his back and everything. That was my only complaint about the whole thing, but I still like that was my favorite trilogy and my favorite Batman.
I mean, out of the trilogy,
yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm saying like
I got to spend a lot of time with him.
My favorite movie is probably Batman Begins.
Yeah, but like I said, Batman Begins is a really good one because it tells the story of actual Bruce Wayne.
And
it's not even Batman; it's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, people like the Dark Knight, and I'm like, all right, but
it's very underrated, especially Liam Neeson as the villain. Like, it's so underrated.
Yeah.
Just from the fact that he doesn't become Batman to the end of the movie, they're like, it wasn't really a superhero movie. I was just like, but the story of him becoming Batman, I felt like was one of the greatest. It was just one of the greatest backstories for any movie.
And I mean, you had Scarecrow.
Yeah, and they brought him back later on. Just like a funny, like, oh, he already learned how to beat you. Beats him at the beginning of the next one.
Yeah. I mean, so I think that's what it is. I think the villains in Batman Begins, I enjoyed a little bit more than I did the Dark Knight, even though Heath Ledger did a great job as Joker.
Yeah.
Batman Begins was just different. It was different villains.
And origin stories just kind of hit harder, like just the fact that they're normally the most emotional part. They're the things that get you invested into characters. And that's the reason why they hit harder than some of the other ones.
Yeah.
Like the only thing that hits harder than origin stories, if you ask me, are big team ups. Like, it's like, yeah, it's great to see like Spider-Man or like the Hulk by themselves, but it's like, oh, they're all joining up with the Avengers. Oh, I gotta see that.
But then again, that's the issue with DC is there's so many different Batmans.
Yeah.
You know, it's
But since you did your 3, that's my starting one. My second one, Michael Keaton, just because he's the OG. That was like he had the iconic suit with the yellow on it.
Yep.
I feel like the yellow is just so comic book goofy, but it's fun.
Batmobile. And the iconic
The old school Batmobile, just this whole style, the way everything was done, the way you like in the old movies, how like if you watch them back on like cassette tape, you could see the wires and shit. Like it was just so fun.
Yeah. And what would be your third?
And then my third one, actually Ben Affleck, just because the warehouse scene in Batman vs Superman, that was actually one of the best Batman fights that they've probably had, just because it was him against nothing but thugs, and he just takes them all out with brute force, the way you'd imagine Batman should. He just fucks all those people up, and he didn't even have the special Batman or the Superman suit, like to fight Superman. He did it in a regular bat suit, took them all out like a G, and then he was like, "And I've got a better suit to fight against Batman or to fight Superman with too." So he had 2 different badass fight scenes. Don't get me wrong, the fight scene with Superman should have been better, but it was still cool seeing a suit that he fought Superman with. That's one thing that a lot of people are like, got to remember. And that was only supposed to be their first fight. They could add like a bunch of fights the same way that Hulk and Thor always do. Like that was only their first fight, and I feel like a lot of people just like hated on it for no reason. Like they were like, that fight should have been better, that movie should have been better. It's like that was their first one. It's a build up. It's gonna get like that's the start of it. Yeah. That's why it's the dawn of justice. It's not the night of justice. It's not the end of justice. This is the dawn. This is the start.
I wasn't real big into the Batman versus, Man of Steel or Batman versus Superman. I wasn't really big into those. Because at that point I was more Marvel.
Yeah. No, but and his car was the only car that had the grappling hook on it, and I thought that was great. Like, just because Batman's always known for having the grappling hook, it would make sense that his car would even have a grappling hook to grab other cars and throw cars at other ones and stuff like that. I was like, that was just smart writing for like their setup for the car, for the suit. Yeah, that's just those are just my top 3. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people hated that movie, and I know that it's like some people say it's a terrible choice just because there's been so many. But yeah, those would be my top 3 for them.
Chelle, any input from you?
Huh?
Any input from you on that one?
The
only one she might be able to do is the Spider-Man one, I think. I think the Spider-Man one would you probably remember the best. Because I don't think you really remember the different actors who played the Hulk or Batman.
I remember the Hulk. I like the one dude.
Yeah, the one dude.
The curly-haired dude.
In which movie, though? Is it the Avengers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And what's your favorite thing about him?
I like.
That's hilarious.
That was great.
I was like, wow, the timing on that.
What?
The actual timing on it backing you out is literally hilarious.
You're here.
But I don't know what's going on. I like the curly haired dude that plays the Hulk. I don't know his name.
Well, that's Mark Ruffalo.
I like the fact that he's a nerd. I like the fact that the one that can truly make him slow down is the one that he truly loves. I know that's so sappy and da 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 da.
Black Widow, right?
No, but that's how it was in the original, though. You're talking about the original one, then. You're talking about the.
No, not the the original one.
Because if you're talking about the curly-haired one, like the one that was in the Avengers, he was in love with Black Widow. Are you talking about the one that was in love with Black Widow?
No, I'm talking about. I don't know. It's been so long.
So as far as goes, I'm going to go further back than probably what you want, but Lou Ferrigno.
Okay.
That's pre-MCU. I'm talking about for her because I don't know who she's talking about. So you have Lou Ferrigno, you have Edward Norton, you have Mark Ruffalo.
And in between that, there was Eric Bana.
Eric Bana. Those were
But she's not going to probably know them by names.
Hold on.
A second.
Jeez.
You got to Google it.
Well, she's got to know what movie he's from.
Yeah, just look up different actors who played the Hulk.
Oh,
I want to say it's Mark.
She'll know him by face.
It's curly hair. I want to say that's Ruffalo.
I think it is Ruffalo. Hold on. Well, yeah. Yeah, he was the one. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
He's
the main
been
Hulk
playing
guy.
Hulk since what? Avengers.
He's the scientist guy.
They're all scientists.
That's
his main characteristic is that he's a scientist. That's like being like Iron Man, the one that's a scientist. Like all Iron Man are scientists. What are you talking about?
Listen.
You're like the Black Panther that's in a cat suit. I'm like, that's the whole point. They're in cat suits. Like you're just naming the main characteristic of these characters.
Listen.
You might as well be like Hulk, the strong one. You know the strong Hulk, the one with the muscles. I was like, those are all the same one.
Listen.
Listen, Luna.
Listen. Of course, I let my tablet die, so I'm like waiting. I'm waiting. I did too many dabs.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Let me just do this.
The curly hair dude. You
Hold
know?
on.
Oh, he might be able to pull it up.
I am.
You know my tablet's dead every week. It's like every week. It's like linking people. Hurry up and boot up. We get it. You're linking people.
All right.
Okay. Every week I go through this.
Present. Share screen.
You're not linking my people fast enough. I can't see that. I need to have my eyes checked. I think that's him, though. I'm just going to look it up on my phone.
What am I doing here?
This would have been faster to do to begin with. Yes, it's Mark Ruffalo.
So the one that is in love with Black Widow, like we asked you 1,000 times.
Why?
Why is he in love with Black Widow?
No, like that's the one that you chose. Why would you say why? That's your answer.
I didn't know.
Why,
I forgot it was Black Widow. Oh, now it boots up. Thank
In
you.
the original one, he was in love with Betty Ross, and he was running away from the government, and the government was just trying to, because the dad ran the government or whatever. He was head of the military, and he was trying to keep them from being with each other because he thought he was a monster.
Yeah.
That's the Eric Bana one, right?
Yeah, or that was.
Or is that the Edward Norton one?
That was the. Yeah, that was Eric Bana one.
Okay.
So yeah, your favorite one would be Eric Bana because you like the love story of them.
Oh, okay.
That's what it sounds like. You like the fact that even though he's the strongest man on earth, the only thing that could calm him down was the one woman that he loved.
Yeah.
Which I guess that's a good answer. Kind of a sappy answer, but all right. Then I already know her second one's going to be the one that's in the MCU just because she thought they were the same person.
Oh, the Eric, Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo is definitely her second because she thought they were literally the same person. Then her last one will probably be Norton.
Yeah.
Why Norton?
Just because it sounds like you...
Because you probably are not familiar with Lou Ferrigno.
But you didn't mention anything about his movie at all. You didn't mention like him fighting Abomination or going against Sonic Cannons or anything like that.
Who's Norton?
He was the one from the second one.
Oh.
But the second one didn't really show the love story as much because she didn't even come into the movie until like towards like halfway through.
This is Lou Ferrigno.
But she probably didn't see the Lou Ferrigno one just because I never showed that to her. But that was just the old school one. But the reason he's automatically different than the other ones, though, because if you ask me, he was the real live action one. The other ones all did CGI and like they had special effects. He literally just put on green makeup and was like, I'm the Hulk now. Because he had that much muscle. They were like, yo, he's strong enough to be the Hulk. Just put him in green makeup. He's the Hulk.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's why some people like considered him the strongest man alive, just because they were like, he was literally the Hulk.
Yeah.
Damn.
Stand it up.
Like if you've ever seen the movie with Paul Rudd called Yes Dude, Luke Ferrigno's in it, and pretty much like the whole joke is just that he's the strongest man alive. You're like, oh, you don't fuck with him, he's the Hulk. And then one day they do piss him off and they try to fight him, and obviously he gets his ass kicked.
Damn.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to show you who Lou Ferrigno was, because you probably had no idea.
Yeah, but he's automatically going to be on the list just because he's the only real live action one. But I just feel like he's going to be. I'm going to put him on a different list just because he didn't get the CGI. He didn't actually get like all that special treatment that the other ones got. But
well, I mean, CGI wasn't really a thing back when.
Yeah,
he was
that didn't really happen. But still, yeah. I at first hated Mark Ruffalo. I didn't like his acting. I didn't like anything about him. He had to look like. The thing that really actually got me to like him wasn't even the Avengers. The thing that made me like him was the movie Now You See It, with Jesse Eisenberg, where they're like all magicians and they do crazy card tricks and fucking just things, just wild stuff that happened in that movie. The plot to that was really good. Once he was in both those movies and he like was the Hulk for a while, I got used to him. But I really didn't like him at all. So that's the main reason why I'm not going to say him, just because it took me forever to even kind of like him. My first one would be Eric Bana, just because he in that movie it was his backstory of him fighting with his dad, and that just like that conflict was crazy. Like and he had to like fight all those dogs like literally to the death. He didn't want to kill those dogs. He had to kill the 3 dogs, and in the comic books, Hulk like loves dogs. That's one of the things that can literally turn him back to human form if he sees puppies and stuff. So the fact that he had to kill dogs, they were like, damn, he had to kill one of his favorite things. That was actually really dark for them to put in. But I was like, that's fucking hardcore as fuck. For a beginning story, too, as an origin. And he had to fight his dad to the death, too. Like, that was just a hardcore story. And he survived a nuke at the end of that movie. He was dodging bullets, which a lot of people didn't know that he was fast enough to do. A lot of people think that he's just strong, but he was literally dodging all the bullets and the missiles. And he was fast enough to grab a missile and throw it back at the helicopter.
Yep. I remember that scene.
Like, to be fast enough to actually literally stop, grab a missile, and throw it before it can blow up, while you're also dodging a bunch of bullets and tanks. That was just really good writing for the Hulk to show his speed and agility and his strength. So that's my favorite one. Then I'd go Ruffalo, just because he's the one in the Avengers, and obviously being in the Avengers is fucking awesome. I don't even have to explain it. If you've seen the Avengers, you're like, that's just fucking awesome. And then Norton's probably my least favorite too, and that's honestly just because it's
Edward Norton.
I just don't really like Edward Norton in general. And he was such a dick about coming back. Like the only reason he didn't come back is just because he was money hungry. And he was like, that's not enough money. And I don't know. He just seemed like a real asshole. But and I felt like the fight for him and Abomination should have been better too. That was like probably the only end fight that I felt like should have been bigger in any one of the movies, because a lot of it was him trying to do like parkour and stuff again, like around the buildings and stuff. I didn't get why the whole like the fight should have just been all of New York getting destroyed, or wherever area they were in. That whole area should just got destroyed from them just throwing each other through buildings, smacking each other with cars and tanks, throwing helicopters. Like it should have just been all fucked up. And I don't think Betty Ross should have been anywhere. Like there should have been nobody that either one of them cared more. Instead of it being like a love story kind of thing where it's like the only way he could save her is because he cared about her so much that gave him the anger and the power to overcome. Like I felt like that was kind of like it was another like almost like the first one that was too much of a love story. It's like that just seemed like too much. But yeah, that's the reason why that one's last. And the last one I wanted to do was Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Especially now that they've all came together. Like once they've came together, it's like that's something that has to be talked about.
Spider-Man. I'd say Toby. I say Toby, Tom, Andrew.
Yeah, I'm going same list.
Yeah.
And yeah, look up the different Spider-Man.
Now that I know my tablet's up.
Because Toby was in the original 3, Andrew was in the reboot, and then Tom was MCU Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's how you would do that. Although, I mean, I did enjoy the Amazing Spider-Man villains a little bit more.
I didn't really like it until the second one.
Electro?
Yeah, Jamie Foxx as Electro. And I did like how the Hobgoblin actually turned to like a goblin.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't like much like Hobgoblin from the comic books, but I just like mythological creature type, because that's what it made him pretty much, like a mythological creature, and I thought that was cool. And he had to fight both of them at once. Like one guy that controls the entire electrical grid, and another guy who's a super genius with like pretty much their version of Iron Man technology.
Yeah.
Like you're getting beaten on like almost every front. Like you had to do a lot in the second one. The first one, I honestly just think it's because Lizard will never be like the best villain. He just doesn't have like any kind of like how Electro can shoot fucking electricity and all that shit. He doesn't have any kind of thing like that. And this whole plot is to turn people into lizards. That's just not a good plot for me. Like, especially, like, him, like, having, like, all the little lizard friends in, like, the tunnel and shit. Like, that just seems corny as fuck. Yeah. Like, your minions are actual tiny lizards. Like, that just seems, I don't know. That's not hardcore. Like, I want you to have giant minions that, like, destroy things and are, like, badass. Like how Thanos had fucking cool-ass minions that were strong enough to fight against the Hulk and shit. Like that. It's like, nah, my minions are just actual lizards. Like, yo, little geckos being like, yo, gecko friends. and your base is in the sewer. You're just low down. You in the sewer and stuff. You're just not the best. But, like, by the time the second one came out and I got over, like, the whole, like, thing with the girlfriend at the end and her not surviving and stuff, and they brought him back, like, now I like it more. But at the time, I was not really feeling him at all. I was like, I just thought that story was not the best for the first one.
Wait for her to pull it up and
Chelle, just look up the three Spider-Man actors.
I did.
And you don't know which one's which?
I do.
So, what's your opinion? You probably like the one that's with Iron Man. I'll just put that out there. I already know you. You're going to be like, he's with Iron Man. He's automatically the best. He's in the Avengers, the coolest one.
I hate
He got to hang
see-
out with Guardians of the Galaxy. He's got to be cool.
I guess, but that's not.
And she didn't even get to see the second Amazing Spider-Man because it's too flashy. Because Electro's flashy as fuck, and
Oh,
she
yeah.
could barely get through No Way Home because Electro was in it.
That's why it's hard for me to choose. There's some I haven't seen, and Avengers is like.
Well, I'll just put that one at the bottom because you literally cannot watch it because you'll have a seizure. You can put it on the list if you want to, but you're like the one that gives me a seizure. I doubt you like that's top of the list. I just love seizures. Put that Black Adam on there. The Flash. Those are my favorite ones.
Listen, and then when you guys want to hear something crazy, so I do Spider-Man actors. Look at this shit.
There's a lot.
In order, right? No. This is wild, right? Oh. Come on. It goes, right? Jake Johnson, Nicholas Hammond, Chris Pine, Drake Bell, Neil Patrick Harris. Like Neil Patrick
No,
Harris.
but going by the Spider-Man, you gotta go by live action ones. Go 3 live action.
Those are-
No. It's
Go.
just I'm like, was Neil Patrick Harris ever played a Spider-Man role?
It's talking about
I think he voiced. I think he voiced
like all
one.
the cartoons because there's mad cartoons.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know he ever played a Spider-Man.
There's just a billion Spider-Man cartoons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
Spider-Man.
Just type
You're
in
making this so
Spider-Man
much
live
longer than
action.
it has to be.
I'm like, it said Nicolas Cage also
3
played
live action
Spider-Man.
ones. Live action Spider-Man. Live action Spider-Man. Type that in.
Oh no, I've already chosen, but and it says on this
No, but you
list.
gotta choose the other ones though.
Oh,
There's still 2 other ones.
oh.
So, well, I guess I'll just choose for you because you're wild. Andrew Garfield's at the bottom because obviously she can't watch those movies because they're too flashy. And probably Tobey Maguire because that's just the one that is the origin story for all of them. And she could actually watch through that whole trilogy without having any seizures.
There's like no flashies to the original ones.
And
But mine would be Tobey because he was the origin story just for all the Spider-Man. That was like the one that got me into all of it, other than the OG animated series, the cartoon. Those were the 2 main things that got me into Spider-Man in general. And his Uncle Ben dying, I've seen the movie a billion times, still gets me sometimes. Still like, you killed Uncle Ben, you son of a fucking bitch. Yeah, and Green Goblin's just my favorite Spider-Man villain. He's literally his evil Spider-Man, or his evil Iron Man, pretty much. Yeah. He's got like the same full suit armor. He's got his own gadgets that are fun, like pumpkin bombs and laser guns and just different. He's just got like a billion different gadgets that he just pulls out of nowhere. Like he's just got like a hat full of tricks, and he's just randomly throwing out tricks. And I just think it's hilarious. It's like the Joker if he had an Iron Man suit, almost.
it also showed Nicolas Cage on that list too.
Yeah, he was Spider Noir in the Spider-Man.
What?
Yeah.
I know that was random, but I was like, wow.
Yeah, no, he played Noir in Across the Spider-Verse.
That's cool.
I think he is getting a live action one for Amazon.
Wow.
It's gonna be out Spider Noir. It's gonna be like a Sony Amazon crossover thing.
What?
But I think it'll still be cool just because I think they're gonna try to make it serious but funny still, just because it's a Spider-Man movie. Like, I don't think they're gonna go too. They're not gonna make it too dark just because
Plus, it's Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, and you want Nicolas Cage to be kind of funny, just because Nicolas Cage is not the person you want to go full serious, because it'll just not even seem. He's only pulled it off like twice ever in his life, and one was Gone in 60 Seconds, and the second one was probably like maybe
National Treasure.
National Treasure was it was a good one.
Gone in 60 Seconds is actually my favorite Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have it on the watch list. I want to see it. It's one of my all-time favorites with him.
Yeah. All right. All right. So I went Toby first. Now I'm going Tom Holland because he's got all the Iron Man technology. He's part of the Avengers. He's doing all that crazy cool shit. And then, yeah, Andrew Garfield's at the bottom. But yeah, like I said, I didn't like him at first. Now that he's had like his own trilogy, because he did come back for the No Way Home, and they all came together. Now I do actually like. He did redeem himself by saving MJ. He saved the other version of MJ, and I thought that was cool.
It's that was another thing. Like once they started like announcing like Amazing Spider-Man, I'm like, why are they rebooting? Like, why?
And the thing that I didn't get is it was called Amazing Spider-Man. You would have thought they would have done. You would have did something like the first one had actual web powers. This one now has web shooters. That alone just like kind of threw it off for me. And the fact that his villains were like the less famous ones, like their first one that they went to was a lizard. I was like, the lizard's not a top tier villain. Like, there's better ones I could have went to than that. Like, Mysterio, I would put
I'm still. I mean, I don't know if
there's so many people I'd put over him. It's crazy.
I don't know if they're gonna do it. I would love for the Spider-Man Punisher thing to happen.
Yeah.
I would love for that crossover to happen.
Yeah, the one that I've been hearing about since the new Deadpool movie was Spider-Man and Deadpool crossing over.
Okay.
And I would be definitely excited for that because they're two of the most comical characters. So it would just be two comical characters that are completely different because one's very dark while the other one's trying to be very PG. It would just be like the how like Spider-Man would be kind of like the more serious one because he'd be like, oh, we can't kill or whatever. And then Deadpool's like, I'm going to fuck him with a dildo and like beat somebody with a dildo to death or just some fucking wild shit that Deadpool does. They'd be like, oh shit, you can't have Spider-Man in that kind of movie. It's like, apparently you can.
I mean, I don't know. I'm curious to see where Marvel goes.
Yeah.
When I wasn't excited with where they were heading, but since Deadpool Wolverine, I'm curious on where they're going to go now.
Yeah. Well, they canceled a lot of like projects that like seemed like they didn't hit, like She-Hulk and like certain things like that. So I feel like once they realized that pretty much not everybody can get a series, some people have to be side characters because they were starting to think that they could just like make a TV show for literally anybody. Like they were going to be like once they started making movies for Black Widow, you knew it was getting low.
Yeah. I'm really curious on more Fantastic Four stuff when that comes more closer to, we get a trailer, we get more. Because the only thing we know, our Robert Downey is Dr. Doom. That's the only thing we know at the moment. We don't know how, we don't know why. We just know that that's happening.
Yeah. And like I said, I hope that because you brought this theory to my attention, that he could be like the alternate version of so he still is Iron Man, but he's also Doom too. And I would love to see him with the green Doctor Doom cape, but also the Iron Man suit going on, so it's both their styles together. Because that's how it was in the comic books. It'd be from the comics, and it would just look badass as fuck. I would really like to see that. But if they do that, I also hope that one comes from a different universe that is still Robert Downey Jr., but he's like the good Iron Man who's even more advanced. So it's like the two advanced Iron Mans, but they're the same person. You're like, what happens when they take off the suit? They're like, oh, I'm the good one, but he's actually the evil one, and he betrays you. Like that would just be a badass story. I would totally want to see that all day.
Yeah. I think they could do it in a way where it's going to be. It's introducing a new Tony Stark.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, we
But
kind
the
of
thing for
get
that
this
Fantastic
darker,
Four,
evil Tony Stark that does things for a different reason than what Iron Man does.
yeah. But I personally think that Fantastic Four movie is going to do really good, but the actual Fantastic Four themselves of that universe is doomed. I don't think that's going to be our actual Fantastic Four that we're going to have in the MCU. I think that based off of what I've heard of just the things about it, first of all, the Silver Surfer is not going to be the regular Silver Surfer. It's going to be his wife instead. Like how he's the one who gets sent out on the mission to like protect his wife. It's going to be the opposite, and the wife is going to be like the one doing all the missions for Galactus. So that's already going to be kind of weird. And it's set up in a sort of the way Thor's world was set up in like a paradise. Like they're supposed to be in like a futuristic paradise where everything's going perfect. They have all the best technology, the best weapons. Like they have the best things to make people do literally everything. Like everything's going perfect. They have the best powers because they have cosmic power. All like things are going so good that things have to go bad. You know what I mean? Like how for like Thor, they had all those things too. They had the best weapons, the best magic, they had the best everything. Like it was literally paradise. But then it turns to dystopia and Ragnarok happens. I think this is going to be their Ragnarok.
Okay.
Like I think that Galactus is going to be their version of Zerder, and he's going to come through and absolutely shatter everything.
Oh yeah.
Like
That's
and it's they need to show how badass of a villain he is. It's just going to show how badass Galactus is compared to how good the Fantastic Four is. It's going to kill that version, or like one of them will survive to like tell the story or like some shit like that. But I personally think they're all going to end up dying by Galactus or by Doom, or like their two most badass villains are coming in, and I just can't see them surviving if they're doing that good. Like if they were like how they were before, how they were setting up to be the greatest team, and they like finally got with Silver Surfer and like they fought all together. That made sense to me, but this one seems like things are going too good for them for it to stay that way. Like the train's just moving too smoothly on the track.
So we're at an hour and 37 minutes. I think we're probably good.
Yeah, I feel like this was a good one.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to say something and then I completely forgot.
That's something you would do.
You're kind of baked over there, aren't you, Chelle?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm watching as we're going. I'm like, yep, she's starting to get a little more on that bait side.
Yeah, when we first started, you were like, yeah, not even going to get that high. Now you're just like, well.
You've just been dabbing and hitting the cards, and I'm like, yep. We're getting to that point now where I'm like, yep, we're probably going to be calling here soon.
I've been enjoying myself. I've worked hard this week. I've been enjoying myself.
My favorite part is that you got so high, you thought that all the actors that were the Hulk were the same person. You said, yeah, the curly-haired guy, the guy who's in love, the guy with the super strength. I was like, what? Like, what do you mean? You're naming the one who's a scientist. The scientist. I was like, these are all the
scientist.
I was literally just perfect. You just named all the same people. I was like, I don't
listen.
Maybe I just played them too close to each other, so she didn't get enough time to digest which one was which. But she definitely thought all those. It was like it's just been the same actor the whole time.
I am the cosmonaut.
You are.
I've had a long week. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've worked a long past 30 hours. I've had a long week, so we're having fun over here. I've had a long ass week. Federalista self-checkout. Welcome. Place your bananas in the bagging area. Help is on the way. I've just had a very long week, and I'm having fun. Like, just having fun. But yes, I'm very baked. Josh, you said you've been watching me. How many dabs have I done? Have you kept track?
3.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think you have done 3 dabs, maybe 4, and you have hit like 4 or 5 different cards. So I'm like, yep, she's starting to feel good.
Yeah, soon she'll start not making any sense, and the podcast will start to get weird.
What do you mean it'll get weird?
Because we know how both you and Erica like to get. You guys like to. I swear they both like when they get together, they would get so high that they would act like characters in Despicable Me, like minions. Because they would start
Oh, I
speaking that
already
minion
know.
language. They'd be like, "Noi, noi, 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 minute, noi, 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 noi," and like they just start
He's
like,
seen the
no, I'm like, these aren't real words, and they just start cracking up. I'm like, those weren't even full sentences. There's no way you understood what she just said. That wasn't a real word. You can't understand. Like it was just crazy because I've been like I'm smoking regular weed, like I'm not really dabbing. I'll maybe take 1 dab, but they'll take like fucking 13 dabs in a row each. And then I'll just be like, I'm still speaking English. I'm like, Manoi, Manoi, Manoi. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What are you guys saying? Like, and they both will understand what the other one's saying, and that would trip me out even more because I'm like, no way. Those weren't enough words for you to laugh at that. Like, there's no way you can truly understand what they just said.
What do you mean you know, Josh?
How many times did you and Erica get high on stream?
I know all your fans are probably loving
I'll
the
put it
fact
that way. Like there have been some sound clips out there that have been priceless.
Yes, and they're still there. I just got to get another computer.
Yep. So that's how I said. I know how you guys get.
Priceless.
I mean, hell, we've been friends for what, 6 years?
Since 2019.
2019. Yeah, it's 6 years.
That's how long I've been friends with Erica, too. Jesus.
Oh,
Wow.
well. Wait, no, it's still, almost 6 years because it's 2024 still.
Wow. So that's when I met Erica, too. Wow. Yep. Erica and I were talking about that the other day, too. When all this vape shit started. Yeah.
Yep. That's when all the vape shit started.
It's a long time.
You're like, fuck Baker. Trying to take my vapes. My precious vapes.
I told you we'd be crying for him to come back, and we're crying for him to come back.
Baker?
Yeah.
Really?
Honestly, you would think somebody with the name Baker would be cool with some people getting baked.
Yeah. We have a way worse governor now. I told you we have Maura Healey. Didn't I tell you she was worse?
Yeah.
She's worse.
Wow.
I told you she's worse.
Hard to believe.
Told you she was worse. I'd rather have Baker back. I told you I'd eat my words if we got her, and I'm eating my words. I told you I'd eat my words.
Yeah, she's an op.
And I'm eating my words right now. I'm eating them. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Okay?
Damn, I didn't realize it was that bad.
Yeah, she's out to get everything. At least she likes weed, I guess. That's cool. There's that. As long as you like the ganja. Like,
just smoke it.
please don't take the reefer. Please.
No, I don't think they will. The state's probably making too much money off of it.
Yeah, when it's like we say every week. Like we say every week.
Yeah, that's honestly all they care about.
As we say every week, if it's state versus federal, with that battle, state usually wins. So, for some reason, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but state usually wins that battle. So, it just sucks because we want weed to be legal in every state. 'Cause that's the ultimate goal, you know?
Yeah. Yep. We're almost there.
And we never want it reversed either, because that would suck.
People have fought too hard for it. I mean, that's the one thing. People have fought decades and decades for this. And it's finally happened, so.
And then also they're trying to make it so that, like, if you have been charged crimes, those are also erased. You know, that would be good too.
Yep, that will be a good thing.
Progress, not perfection.
All right, I think this is probably when we're going to call it.
Any last thoughts?
No, I'm hanging out. How's it nice?
Then I'll eventually watch The Boys, hopefully.
Oh my gosh, can you get off this mind over matter, magic matter? Is it only PC?
Yeah, it's only PC.
Fuck you and your PC, man.
Yeah, it's only PC.
I want to get a laptop. Like, I want to get, because my daughter plays Minecraft, and I want to play Minecraft or something with her, but I don't want to get a piece of shit laptop. So I can't afford to get a regular computer. But, like, I don't want to get a computer that's going to fall apart in a week. But, like, I don't know.
I'd say low end, you're probably looking around $450.
Might as well get a fucking PC at that point.
It's because it really comes down to how laptops are different than PCs, though.
You can't replace the parts. That's the problem.
With laptops, you want to make sure your main focus is going to be your RAM. You want to make sure you have enough RAM where you can game fine.
My daughter wants me to play Minecraft with her. But I don't have the space for a regular computer anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plus, I want to go back to school. I need a laptop. That's the thing. Yeah.
Now, I'll probably... I'll be honest, I haven't tried to stream on my laptop. I haven't. That's not what that laptop's for.
No.
My laptop is mainly for music production. That's it.
If it can handle that, it can handle Minecraft, school. It's really
music production is all about your processors and your RAM. That's all. That's all it is. $450
is not bad for a laptop, though. Yeah. All right, something to think about.
I got it on sale. I got I think $359 or something like that. So yeah, let's look at Walmart. I'll keep an eye open for you.
I could save that by January.
Yeah, I could take a look for you and figure out what's a good one to go with.
What is he doing? What are you? Those are sunglasses from Suncrafted Dispensary, and they are nice. And he's trying to be cool over here. He went in another. Let me tell you something about him. He wore those in a different dispensary the other day. I was like, but it says it in very small letters, but still, I'm like, he's repping from one dispensary to another dispensary, just repping dispensaries. I'm like, he's so funny. He's too cool for school, man.
No, but I got these sunglasses and I didn't want to waste them for the summer.
But if you
I didn't
want
even get to use my beach towel or anything yet. I got the whole summer kit and I didn't even get to use really anything in there other than the jars.
Maybe we'll go. But if you want, let us know if you want a link to that computer in the comments, and we'll put a link in there. Just let Josh know. What the computer we're talking about, just let us know if you want a link to that computer in the comments.
It's go to Walmart, type in Aspire or wherever the hell it's called.
Yeah, if you want to know about that computer we're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't have a specific computer in mind right now.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were talking about
because there's different. There's like i3, there's i5s, there's.
Yeah,
what you kind of want to look for is an i7.
Yeah, I've had a shitty one and I've had a good one, and yeah.
At least this time I'm well into versatile and what's current with the PC stuff now, so
Yeah.
I will make sure you're headed into the right direction when it comes to what you need.
And I'll actually listen this time and not get a all-in-one fucking. What was that shit I got a few
And I
years
think
ago?
that was an HP all-in-one. Like it
Oh my
was.
god, that was the worst thing I ever got in my entire
I remember you trying to game on
fucking
it. You're like,
life.
I can't game on this thing.
I don't even think I told Alex about that one. That was the worst. Oh my god.
Now, her first computer was an all-in-one computer.
Literally. Had no power. All in one on the monitor. Everything. It was awful. It didn't do anything. I didn't listen. And I went to Rent-A-Center. And I paid it off real quick because it was a nightmare.
Yeah, Rent-A-Center is wild.
Yeah, it was the worst. It didn't do anything. I was streaming from my phone and using the computer for chat. That's how bad it was.
And if you guys are computer people out there and you have a recommendation for her, leave it in the comment below. That way we can let her know, hey, there's this computer out for whatever.
I'm tech savvy and I knew better than that.
So. Because with her space, laptop's probably the way to go. And so the nice thing now is everything's kind of cloud-based.
Yeah.
So as long as you're able to run the cloud, you don't have to download and have to worry about. Because I think Microsoft, the Bedrock Edition is that what she's playing? Is she playing Java?
I think so, yeah, because the picture she sent me, it looked like it was Java. Yeah, it looked like the version we play.
Because I think the only thing I would highly suggest looking into will be Game Pass. Because Minecraft, but you already have Minecraft. You already bought, so you don't have to worry about that.
Well, I don't have anything Microsoft right now.
Well, I'm saying like you could just log into your account and re-download Minecraft on the computer when you get it, right?
Yeah.
Because you already have it bought.
Yeah.
So you don't need Game Pass for it.
It's gonna be hard remembering all my shit. It's gonna be fun.
Pretty much rule of thumb when you get to computer, give yourself a full day to it.
Yeah.
So you kind of learn, because I will say, going from a PC to the laptop, there is a learning curve to it.
I remember my Microsoft name.
You gotta remember your password.
I think I remember my password. I would hope so.
All right, guys, I think we're wrapping it up. So thanks for joining us on this episode. Apologize for last week for not getting an episode out, but we kind of hopefully made it up for this week. So once again, hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit all those fun things on whatever platform you use.
I said, whoa.
Oh, whoa. So, but then again, I'm Josh.
I'm Chelle.
And I'm Alex. You ding.
And we'll catch you guys next week with another episode.
Bang.
Bye.